Hello students, today we will study a cell organelle called mitochondria. It is also called as the powerhouse of the cell. Now the topics covered in this lecture will be ultrastructure of mitochondria, functions of mitochondria and chemical composition of mitochondria. Now let us see where actually the mitochondria is situated. As you all know, plants and animals, they are made up of millions and millions of cells. So let us take out a cell from each. On the upper side, you can see an animal cell and below you can see the plant cell. Now both the cells have got mitochondria. The function of mitochondria is cellular respiration. You can see here a plant cell and below is the animal cell. Now a plant cell has got the cytoplasm covered by plasma membrane, and in the center of the cell is present the vacuole and the nucleus is pushed towards one side. It has endoplasmic reticulum, ribosomes, chloroplasts, Golgi bodies and the most important mitochondria. A cell can be seen under compound microscope, but mitochondrial structure cannot be seen under ordinary compound microscope. For this you require electron microscope. It supplies energy to all the other cells and the cell organelles. You can see here how this mitochondria is continuously supplying the energy. The energy is in the form of ATP. It was first observed by Richard Altman in 1894 and the term mitochondria was given by Carl Benda. What is the meaning of mitochondria? Mitos means thread and chondrion means granule-like. It is a double membrane bound organelle found in the cytoplasm of eukaryotic cells. It is 1 to 10 micron long and the number depends on the type, size and functional state of the cell. A protozoan chaos cell has highest number of mitochondria, that is 5 lakh mitochondria per cell. An average human liver cell has around 1500 mitochondria per cell. As I told you, it is found in the basal region of the cell. The shape is generally filamentous or rod shaped or balloon-like. The shape changes 15 to 20 times in 10 minutes and it can be changed by heat, hypertonic or hypotonic media and also by some acids, fats and potassium permanganate and detergents. You can see here the different shapes of mitochondria. Let us study the ultrastructure of mitochondria. It is bound by two membranes, the outer membrane and the inner membrane. Between them is present the perimitochondrial space. The inner membrane is much longer than the outer membrane and hence it is thrown into folds called cristae. Inside is present the matrix which contains DNA, ribosomes, RNA and the inner foldings, that is the cristae, have got stocked particles called F1 particles or elementary particles. Both outer membrane and inner membrane are made up of phospholipid bilayers and proteins, but they have different properties. Let us see the outer membrane. The outer membrane has enzymes of lipid metabolism and also they have got integral proteins which are called as porins. These porins allow smaller molecules to pass in, but they do not allow molecules greater than 5000 Daltons to pass inside. This is the perimitochondrial space and this is the inner membrane. Inner membrane and this matrix contains enzymes for the citric acid cycle and electron transport system. Let us see porins. You can see here porins are the integral proteins and they open up when the molecule has to enter inside. This is how you can see the molecules entering the porins and into the matrix. Inner membrane. Inner membrane is permeable to oxygen, carbon dioxide and water. And as I told you, it is the seat for oxidative phosphorylation. We will study the structure of cristae and the F1 particles now. Cristae are the infoldings of the inner membrane. There are several variations in the cristae. They can be tubular, lamellar, plate-like, parallel, annulated, honeycomb type, longitudinal, or transverse type of cristae. Here you can see round balloon shaped cristae. In liver you can see cristae arranged in series. In kidneys you can see like stacks of coins, and here you can see in the nerve cells a honeycomb type of cristae. Let us see the structure of crista. Singular is crista, plural is cristae. Now this is the inner membrane. The side facing the cytoplasm is called as the C phase. The side facing the matrix is called M phase. On the M phase are present several elementary particles or F1 particles which are equidistantly placed. Let us see the structure of F1 particle and why it is called F0 and F1. The base and the stalk are F0 and the head is the F1. Let us see here. The base is 45 angstrom, the stalk varies from 35 to 50 angstrom, and the head is spherical, 100 angstrom in diameter. Since it contains ATP synthetase enzyme and is also helping in the oxidative phosphorylation, it is also called as oxysome. Here you can see how ADP and P unite along with the hydrogen ion and forms ATP. This particular region contains the ATP synthetase enzyme. Elementary particles, as I told you, they are also called as F1 particles. Let us study functions of mitochondria. The most important function is aerobic respiration, that is presence in the presence of oxygen. Carbohydrates can be simple or complex. The most simplest is the glucose is oxidized using oxygen and ATP is produced with liberation of carbon dioxide. This is the reaction for the aerobic respiration. Here you can see glucose molecule entering, breaking down with the help of oxygen, and carbon dioxide is liberated and ATP is produced. This is the complex process of aerobic respiration. It contains 3 steps: glycolysis, which takes place in cytoplasm, citric acid cycle, and electron transport system in the mitochondria with the release of ATP molecules. There are total 38 ATP molecules synthesized as a result of this whole cycle. Now ATP means adenosine triphosphate. It is called as the biological energy molecule. One glucose molecule gives rise to 38 ATP molecules and one ATP gives 7.3 kilocalories of energy, and 38 ATP molecules will give 277.4 kilocalories of energy. Now, where is the energy stored? Energy is stored in the second and third phosphate bond. When this bond breaks, the energy is released. So this is how you can see here the bond breaks and the energy is released. What are the other functions of mitochondria? Another important function is apoptosis, that is programmed cell death. What is it? It is the ability to eliminate damaged cells or dead cells, old cells, in a programmed way. When the leaf senesces, that is becomes old, it has to die. When the pathogen attacks the cell, those cells also have to die. These are the old leaves, they also have to die. Similarly, during fruit formation, the sepals and petals have to die. So all these deaths which are necessary, they are programmed. So this is the apoptosis function of mitochondria. The other function of mitochondria is heat production. In the oxidation of food, ATP is released. Only 45% of the total energy is trapped in the form of ATP. The remaining 35% of ATP will come out as heat. In birds and mammals, this heat is useful for maintenance of body temperature. Storage of calcium ions. Calcium ions in the cell are very important for signal transduction and many other activities in the cell. Mitochondria serve as the site of storage of calcium ions. So this is called calcium homeostasis. Heme protein synthesis. The pathway to produce heme requires intermediate compounds produced in Krebs cycle, which occur in the matrix of mitochondria. Other functions, aging, that is senescence. The leakage of high energy electrons in the respiratory chain lead to formation of reactive oxygen species. It results in high oxidative stress and may cause mutations in mitochondrial DNA. Such changes direct the metabolism to aging process. Some of the mitochondrial disorders are Miller syndrome, Kearns-Sayre syndrome. Stem cell regulation. Mitochondria activates stem cells and provide defense against senescence. These are some of the mitochondrial diseases caused due to the dysfunction of mitochondria in human beings. Chemical composition. It has proteins, lipids, enzymes, mitochondrial ribosomes, mitochondrial RNA, all three types, and mitochondrial DNA. It is slightly different from nuclear DNA. It does not have histone proteins associated with it. The guanine cytosine content is higher than the nuclear DNA. Mitochondrial DNA doesn't have histones. In this respect, it resembles bacterial DNA. Mitochondrial DNA is circular, similar to bacterial DNA, but it may also be linear, as in certain plant cells. Since mitochondria has DNA, ribosomes, RNA, it can synthesize its own proteins, and hence it is also called as semi-autonomous cell organelle. The enzymes of mitochondria are present in the outer membrane, inner membrane, and matrix. All these enzymes are required for the cellular respiration process. The inner membrane has got very important four complexes responsible for the electron transport system. Here you can see how the electrons move through these four complexes. The details of these will be studied in the respiration process. Let us sum up what we have studied. We have studied the structure of mitochondria, the two membranes, the porins, the types of cristae, elementary particle or F1 particle, total net gain of energy, functions of respiration, that is aerobic respiration and other functions, diseases due to dysfunction of mitochondria, and chemical composition.